1 liter 1 cedi. Where driver you will say?
Oh, so we the chrono DNA boy driver for. Because the badin baby no beso so sad you so. I then I mean go to fuel 1 liter. No wajim 1 cedi. They me to 300 and me 30 cedi da ma buy no. 30 cedi na month you say. Oh, and my apubo and a chrono and a banner best for boy. Nanya Sadi and Kawi, Yansa woman.
Yes, yes, it's over doing some.
Doing so, Obitina 8 years. Doing so, a buy. For the catcher, you live with Crania, they support to name because and your papa. Now, for the 1 city name, no 10 city name. Just a minimum that coming quite there. Or I don't want to me own seat, not do bet me, Mamma Moyane.
1 city, 1 city.
Oh, 1 city, son, 1 city, 10 city near Kawasu. 1 city, only 10 city. And to obey, run one to me, I won't see for me or doing so or back pain or back as a young child light bakers here, and a young light. Your child light bakers, yes, we are doing so. And the dear Novaka as a 1 city did it. You bet me there. The mother, want to me, I won't see for me, Abelano. Why? Okay.
Abusian for me church Munina, Emma Munina Kwaba Sonko. Ediba RAZ Media GH on YouTube and Kennedy Japan Junior on Facebook. And a Saturday, way a Saturday special, big edition. And it be Jaja Mogo. Aye. The church of William Abusian, two bar now like video and come up and our share so at their come home. But modern so say, Sabi won't subscribe to the channel, no so. Obama 9 about 2 10 man na subscribe na obeka busuakuo no ho se de be ya brebi e bia no wonso no obetumi anya enkaebo no ntem na obeka busua no na yede dwumade na yede abrewo na ya na nyina ya che dwumade no afa etima so se like na yenko ye na twere comments na mentumi hu na menchiao ti so wia menim se sound no bibia edam kama pa ai Mama me say sound on enko yi a no mama so ate na mahu kwa ya mefa so ametumi a connect na yi abusiamfo ye kan Ghana for ye kan ya sema ye kan musumu njini monti ase monti bida na ye kan bibi yesi subawo hoyi Nana James mwako aba Nana James sere Suba ho ete se nyansa ete se nyensen o political zone Felix apia mewia mo akwa pa o ho te se mse nyankopon ado mo ho ye pa Felix. It has been a very long time. Yes suban ho ete se anyensen ai untumi mfa nsie ma ne ye da o ye danya be pia bonten oba o ye chingelenge or yes, so slim to the you can say the most slimless you can say girl in the world, no, and a woman in the world, no. Onyema, aye denya, ebe dru ba be no, ebe pia bonten, ubehu. Sana nipa da sani a human being, your character, sana tie, your character ne yankopon, edema yen, yesi obia so ene sabio ne nipa subai no. And also, yan a daya, untumi mfansie, emma a chile enyirada. Said ye tibia, a be pia bonten. Enubie, ene, aba bonten and this for cheap politics or more ye, propaganda machinery almost set across the country with the help of some, what them call radio stations. Aye, some bloggers. And kwasi adwuma omo ye de man dis no ayanam so apart timi be wen ye no ene we call it at the accountability day. This is the time that the accountability day has come. I don't know untimi ntwe ho mfiri ho the promise you know people were expected and say drum pempenso na nipa nya de promise you na the accountability will catch you and the assembly doctor Kaye or say when your fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. And in this term, you bet me I can say, when your campaign messages are false, your administration or your governance will actually what? Will expose you to the highest level. And Ghanaians said that for your marking Ghanaians will understand and they will know the true colors of the umbrella. The true color of the umbrella has started showing. The ideology either omo as a politicians. Nim dia omo as a amanyofo no. Afei na bibia ye den aba abonten. Wọ́n sẹ́ mímí a osikani kojú kwa akyere mu akọ abapa. Wọ́n sẹ́ dabi a metrasi a many a times me ka say opposition tra as a politician. And yet the best position that you can never be. So opposition the rough. Opposition. That's how opposition you don't have responsibility. And you can criticize everything. Put your position only responsibility be but you can also criticize every single thing and you get people to support you. So when NDC was in opposition, they took advantage of opposition's advantage. I say you are not responsible. No? They took it high and they pound on it. And then omo dey dey omo bo mo ti say ye wo fufuo no. And omo wo ya na eso ye na Ghana for ye den. Etwetwa gu mo ti say fufuo. Then here we are. Here we are where the responsibility another Akufo-Addo papa panyini nyansa nimdiefo nimdie ni kese na eda ne so a na in silent na solve problem no ene ababeto kwakwahwe akwafo no komu ene omunhu kwa ombefa so a omubetumi amanage atake that responsibility na omuama niema akọ nanim said the senefata because they don't know that what they are doing today actually is like they are acting like as if they are in opposition. But you know, Ghanaians are seeing how the NDC as a party is. From radio presenter no Kasama NDC, MSC the last person or two Abadima NDC. Many of them they are now out complaining. Adentia. Because your incompetency will expose you when the mandate is being given to you. Mekai, etikase, ayanuma itisui. Ubane yenya abe. Minim se na mo friend infantine asantimaimu. Abe, is this a juwa wo se wanyo? Ubane menya abe de ahye mitim na sabio mitisu mitimi nyoma soma ne paya. Wan hwe ye na otenche obeke se abe no emere. Enyembre na emre o the force na efiri mi kaka mu ha edi nyoma abe no ene timama abe no pai enyembre na ebre won so ba yo ma kwose sere queens edi omagu sensitive positions sere queens o ene asese omode omagu positions eye very sensitive akwasi ampafo na opposition. All what they were able to do was just to come out and shout. Shout. And then the positions are more and no. Now, amamuno, and I say, government in power, no, it is quite different from doing propaganda. Amamuno, it is completely quite different from doing propaganda. Ubet me 24-hour propaganda message or propaganda campaign, but you cannot do 24-hour efficient governance. You can't because some of them they don't have the knowledge. Nyansan or munibi. So to force and finance minister. Any pa sabio on head any bigger institution bia financially. Now finance or no mom they made the affairs of the country in terms of finance. at the highest level, what do you think you are doing to the country? You are dumping the country because Oninyan Sanin in Diano. I on the second of Foriata or no ankasa financially. Now what me at the more we build one of the most credible banks in Ghana. To an inquire of a fasua, ubet to me, I manage sika o bama de aya dear. Aye. Yes. Ukofa ye papa adu trim. Aye. Ya adu trim. Now the nekoye education minister. Obi ono na transi atete ne mawure ma build schools mana ye adwuma wa America no. Ukase o meye minister of education in Ghana. He is going to work excellent. But so kofa hadi no idrusu. So mena meye education minister. What are you expecting from Haruna Idrisu to do? I feel no do baba ye a test try and error. O mine and on the be try and error. Answer who they was so ye. And any ne aye. And no any ne. Na busha and if you are by there. Sam George, Jata Kwasi and Pioneer Sam George. And on untia ha. On your friends are called friends say. The Minister of Health. Aye, Minister of Health. Amina candles, a friend is minta candles, a wine. Omunti or ha. Entine baba yo muhu juma. Kama pa. Na yene mo achiche bia. Fantimeso se waba atrase. Na share video no like it. Na commenting so. Na minhu na mencho kama. Yemfa juma die no enhyehyɛ so. Yes. Miwia osikani kwajo kwa achi meche oyi pa. Ena miwia Osei Tutu Prince Michel. Or Heneba Japan, also Michel pa. And yeah, likes no doors who Facebook or pa. My sister Diana Rivers Michel ye pa. Professor Stephen Ochre Michel. Juliana Crack Michel ye pa. Osei Tutu Prince Michel pa. And Evelyn Apia Yamson Michel. Aja Moses Michel pa. Yeah, Sister Diana Diana Rivers, Michelle Yepa. It has been a while, very long time, can I say? But I see say you are very active on my channel. You normally share my content, and yeah, I appreciate that. And Tiabusia, DNT and never share more high and there. Your guy so good GH, so more aqua. The aqua said, Papa B. Yes, your friend Sam George. Now, dear no more Oma man for the friend. Dear no more man for the friend. Yes, Sam Jata George. Adentia or see or ye lion. A lion I know ye no Nina say now or ye very vocal during the NDC campaign. In fact, ne dia no ye nyina ne se otidi amanfo atem ai na na ye nim se sana ye dika ama na assignment say on say the image of Esre Wusu as a Minister of Communication and Technology say ontwa say de be ye omo ba aban mu a omo betumi ama ono akwa ho na wadi ne nkwe e wo ho. So by this promise by John Mahama, Sam George sat down and planned himself to say he is going to do whatever he can to make sure say Esra Wusu will be considered as an incompetent minister. To the point to say Sabio Bra Esra Wusu sha sia na oye even Ghana card kwasiampanyin we ne nkrofo eba abonten ka kire Ghana for say they should not do that. Bra Esra Wusu sha sia na oye association say Ghana card yemfa ye SIM card and connect to your Ghana card to avoid yen kan say insecurity ya wo manum no. Sam George ne nkwasi asemba abonten be criticize you very happy. Anything, even the cost of data at that time, akwa we ba bonten be kan say ono oba or the pay or the ono ankasa ne pay ebe cancel the ebe reduce the cost of data in the country. Okay, ya some be kan kire Ghana for say sabio So auto data or Ghana, 1 Ghana cedi. I was saying say about 99.8%. Sorry, 39.8%. Taxes in kwa. Intino, sa buying a pa, you can reduce the cost of data by what? By canceling all the taxes on data price. Now, maybe you may not understand me, but that is it. Well, this time, no. The Frimpon Samuel Mwakwaba. This time that we are in, no, we are in the era of data. The time that we are in today, no, we are in era of technology, digital. It will remain as a reference for the rest of the world system. Enkopim se we ase bese no asem bia obeka ne no ewo ho archives no yekipu enti sansem o ya akwa we kan ye ne nyina no Mahama mfoji ni tu mu shase appreciate ne say sa akwa we ba I think say he's going to do something for the young can say the technology and the communication sector to be better. Am I even Ghanaian bloggers Ebinom advocate seriously for Sam George and the NDC Adentia? That is where their interest is. But Kasani in Tredimu, Yankopon ya Adoma, NDC are buying, Yankopon Peso Bugu and Nimasia, or she shall never Yanama Pepe. NDC are buying when election, and John Dariga Dramani Mahama appointed Sam George to be the minister of what them call communication and what and technology or whatever, which means he said the advocacy or year no during the campaign time no Nyankopon ye den atie ne mpa ebo say obetumi amasa enema na promise ye no aye adwuma na wunimu wahwe na enipa yenim na wia yen hyeda nkoso kanea anadwo se ekwa akohwe nanim abusia Sam George and the Minister of Communication and Technology. Sam George Benya Minister we ya. They are now criticizing him. He is even making it worse. This is the man that I'm talking about. Maybe you remember who I'm talking about. Sakwawe.
Correct. I'm a member of parliament. You were not doing any other business. You were solely dependent on your salary, correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, as my primary source of income.
Did you have the benefit of any secondary source of income?
Mr. Chairman, I'm married to a very industrious woman.
No, I don't get it. Please explain.
I'm married to an industrious woman.
Okay, so please explain to her. If you say you are married to an industrious woman and that is the source of your secondary income, what exactly do you mean?
I mean, my wife takes care of me.
Very well. So, industrious woman, she takes care of you. Are you suggesting that she also paid your school fees for your UK program?
Mr. Chairman, I believe that this committee has asked me to furnish them records of my fees that were paid. I believe that I don't see where we're going with this. Thank you.
No, with the greatest respect, honorable nominee, I continue to treat you with respect. If you say you don't see, yours is to answer. If you need guidance, please seek guidance from the chair. If chair allows my question, and you want to say you don't see, where I follow up based on what you say. I never asked you about your wife. I never asked you about her business. You said your wife takes care of you. These are your words.
Yes.
You say your wife is an industrious woman.
Yes.
These are your words.
Yes.
And that is your secondary source of income. These are your words.
Yes.
So, are you aware whether your wife, through her industry, has been paying her taxes? Have you become aware of it?
Mr. Chairman, those are my wife's.
Please. That is personal to your wife.
Yes. My wife.
So, with all due respect.
Ahantie ha ena nimguasie no hye ase ba Sam George na brabom, because from campaign ground na akwa we tuja edimo bibia from campaign ground na Ghana phone him say Sam George a very very arrogant guy. At the campaign ground Ghana phone yanti ase say akwano a disrespectful guy. People took the arrogancy and the Adiana akwano muno to be say he was fighting for Ghanaians. And Odinimuno did the atama. But the day that he was called, say Omran yam vetino, eho, and a young coupon sha see ye Sam George neto akunya. Obia also ye jata. Obia wire or what is about be mark canteen crinky, chin chinchy, a car won't te one on who dene. Or now I know I say, no, Nanti says you or Sibobia, where peer free forest him, a be peer crum. And dear, Sam George. Kana ye ntie ko kana ye mepebi ntia also yere ene hwe na asem we na akwa we kan ye no, it is from there and any sensible Ghanaian obi o wadwene bia ehun sa akwa we or corrupt than the people that he has been always been on their neck. So mo yakro for no, because bra se wo ti hoyi Ujuma udie nyina aye kronkron frenchema. What avoid you to tell the parliament committee say we na me ye we na me ya sabio me de ehwe me ho before I came to parliament, and even once I'm in parliament I have this job and I have the then is you quiet. What says that the country on say the guy is a thief, a corrupt person, worse than whomever he has been pressing on their neck. But the only reason they are now pressing a man for corner and say he was envy. Now you're very envy. For the fact to say the communication ministry is doing a lot of job. The communication ministry is spending a lot of money to do good things for Ghana. But the yana said, and you no lead data first into Nyane Chefa and Nim film. That is all what Sam George wanted. Lene, I'm coming to show you why I'm telling you this. Kai who said, say Sam George. Stefania, mas mete di fare queste stronzate qua, per favore. Non mi venire a commentare qua, per favore. Se ti fai bloccare, eh? Can you say Sam George? Before answer na oba be yesa vetting way. No anka say di kan kire Ghana for so no ne yere enya djuma. But okodru vetting there, o se ne yiri mom ne hwe no. E ho na Ghana for say so whatever you were talking about was actually your personal character. Adie bia na wo kano. Na ya adie bia sabio. Eye de wo nya kwanya obeye e na wo de to amanfo so. Na busie. Yes, mesi Nyankopon eduru so pese onye wo ho adwuma. Onya brema wo. Na wa krokro wa dede wo. Na wa dane ama wa bene obeto to kama said the be ya wo bene be so na wa numu dwane nkwase asema odi ye no wa nkasa wabi wanuma to wanumutuo ama nipa ate adwene morning ene sabio nyansa ani nimdi abo ama akwa we kasa sometimes on the radio and distribute some say can this man be a member of parliament? Honorable member of parliament can talk like this. Nene amamfo na no kasa no they are all out telling him that he has been stupid. He has been foolish. He has been Magre help ye pa. Magre help oyan this ni pure. Yeah, so Magre help oyan this ni pa pure and this ni bruni and this ni kakraka pa na Magre help. Baba bonte. Na some baba can for Sam George hono. How was your baby trust Sam George no? I want you to listen to this video. Here we are. I will take you back in opposition when Sam George was in opposition. And sama na oka. And sama na what? Not Sam George oka. Now, what the entire video way?
For Article 296 and seek to create a situation where telcos who have invested in infrastructure in Ghana will lose out on the very citizens for whom they have made the investment.
He was popular everywhere, even in international market. What I say, when it comes to the gay things, he was seriously popular. At the time, no, one of the MPs are not doing top and as a minister was as former minister of communications, whatever.
We will resist using all lawful methods at our disposal. Any attempt to deprive our citizens and constituents the use of their SIM cards from the 1st of August because of this malicious, ill-intended, capricious, obnoxious, atrocious, and whimsical directive of the Minister of Communications and Digitalization.
At the time, Sam George is in Ghana data the telecommunication networks they are not performing as they're supposed to. And
the truth of the matter is everybody in this room and everybody in this country, including you, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, who have gone to register your SIM with a Ghana card, your data has not been verified against the national identity system.
That sector, that ministry, no, now so they will fix everything. Everything will be back to super. Now they are in government. 6 months in, and then Sam George Bisana was the data price no still there was mumia man na yentimi nya de no subito sa yentimi nya fast sa say we fra man for ne kwa ha ne say bullshit talk on na chairman network.
Whether orchestrated or otherwise, people think that data prices must be cheaper by the stroke of my pen.
I'm not going to elect him more party, no, and a President Mahama foul so Kokoye, baby, I will say, what would you? I'm not for him or more, Kokoye, ye. Who go do what now? No, need the 2 things or yeah, they are blame game, still not blaming the past government. It's 6 months. It's old now. Forget about the past government, you know, and fix the things that now time and now opposition say you know. Fix those things.
One of the companies, Airtel Tigo owes, brought us a bill of 1.5 billion Ghana cedis.
And then Yama made resident Sam George what situation in you know, normal equals to X right now. And I'm avoid bringing it top Ghana. Yes, the data and the Quran what to send from my like that is how fast data is going right now. And then some people are still paying higher fees for data or Ghana, which in the current age, people don't need to pay that much for data. You see the same MTN data or Ghana, no? Same thing in Nigeria, but Nigeria at the end is way cheaper than Ghana. So how come? How is that even possible? Time on the previous government, you know, MTN data war from for so MTN from resume the other companies can compete. Sam George buy or condemn all that. And then you will see Sam George sort to curve no akoha, no telcos way kasa, no video pictures, no videos, no abattoir. No one gives a shit about all those things. All we care about is making sure that you face no man now we see him you know. That is the reason why I'm wabbing. If the MPP for us, you guys can do better. Now you have the reins, do better, let's see. And still, when it comes to a month for a performance, what President Mahama I was that sector right now. The only thing on which me is Independence Day about. Yes, your data and your 1 CD say your 1 CD bundle. Who cares about that? We want something long term. Now no any minute telcos penifoni nyina kokohia. All they did was talk. Abusia nothing. Just say we have our normal see na. And some Ghanaians are seeing it. Let me tell you something. Right now, Ghana when you be they don't care about the NPP in the world and SNDs in the world. They care about Nipo be advanced Ghana. And that's right now. What that sector leads there, some George. This is a opposition now. Can say, oh, you buy a baby. Nasa waba. Nasa wunti mi nyad na kan so be no. Oko kan na fe de waka come excuse and NPP for kwa kawe no mujato ho ene be we. They are not seeing the work. Show work. Oti ase. Niama de we atia fa so cry no me ko so Twitter. Franklin Kujo in many Africa for my boss ne post two very long tweet. I will share the screen so that you can read for yourself. Basically what it talks about ne say e ban dia bad they talk about no me yes or moye. All of it na kwa like theory work what you say. And I way na fe do mo impose fines way na fe do mo ade we sing and all that it looks like say no me happy in previous government similar thing NS happen what he saying. So basically no chere na adwen. And as I'm George who no so better na adwen say yeah nsem ma no kan ne de what many Africa boss no Franklin Kujo bi so kan wagibia tum ba bi so ho no so ye a little bit different from Niesla ne na ban ye ne kan. So basic talk like that, but that is not where the problem even is. After that one of the guys at least me share the videos taking tree guy na busia obeko to some George tweet busia whatever X now I don't even know what they call it. No che you keep on talking about the previous administration after 6 months in power. Even though during the last 8 years, all your posts show you know exactly what is going on. I don't remember your boss, President Mahama, blaming anyone now. All he is doing is fixing. At this point, if you can't do this work, just announce it already. Near guy in a bed today, no. And I only say some George, a short guy. Short people, so they're makuma ben homo. And I feel they're not bed today be far home. What is the problem now? Some judges keep chasing clouds. I'm dealing and responding to persons who understand what they are talking about in the industry. You see, that first line crowd complete bullshit. Because let me tell you something. You are not working for the people at you are working for the normal Ghanaian and they don't even know how cell phones work. So if you say you only respond to a man for a school, that is from a minister, that is in Kwasiakeka. And I'm being raw and frank with you right now. If you talk like that, a man for a kind of device apps, softwares in a do you think engineers and when they use softwares? They'll be that. They send it to normal people that they have no idea how the app even work. And those people, even though it's a 1 hour all the knowledge to fix it. So if you're not listening to those people and you say I'm only again with people who understand the industry, that is Kwasiakeka. And then by the way, have you been paying your taxes on all the gadgets you have been importing into the country? Guy, or your videos about tech. Some of the normal auto normal and pass it through Ghana Post Office, DHL, and so forth. Or the brain free. Customs normal. Or the command free. Oh, Parliament, now no one for a yanko. Car we import to the buyer. You went to Parliament to seek tax exemptions, and about your import duties, and they gave it to you. Okay. Say you shall man for more abemu, no mushy, and then they speak like this. Abra boss, the President Mahama, how humble that man is. Now we know Kokoti. Also, no matter what, episode of course I taking tree garden in Instagram, maybe on the Twitter feed, and so I was here. Oh, to say I'm George, not no more kind in the past. You were talking about say you know we have the main type of a EDB. Ye nim ye nemu ye nko ye ba ebe ni ye say na eso ye no. After the national say ya ozio mi ntimi nya simple like that. And then the pastor say ye kan ho asema. Look at this. Mamento an e twa no so. Or you are evading tax by sitting in the US and selling in Ghana. Patriotism goes beyond chasing clout to actually contributing your quota. Then a chance idea we any panic and chasing clout. Or yeah, then they say they get your attention. Some of you guys, sometimes everyone happens to come, but if everyone number, you can't take it back. So you gotta be very measured and careful about it. Some else okay. Chasing clout for them. Guy, he had nothing. He built a platform to a certain level. I'll post videos that people watch without actually doing anything. What I say? That person is not chasing clout. He has close to 200,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. And you think that that person is chasing clout? Or can you send a previous government now also can but you can take on an idea, but now you expected say as low MP for no forward. If you knew then normal bet me I fix the whole thing. Why then now buy your winter? If says I want to that whole sector, then why? What you say? And instead of addressing the issue properly as a minister, as Penny Awo post, and normal you put to the back Ghana, Utia tax. I don't think Ghana Revenue Authority can go business any penny to tax and to tax. You are worried about gadgets and penny import to the back Ghana. Who import to a whole car they buy? You are more free. You want to have 1 cent to crown the duty, and then you are talking about, come on, man, come on. What are you in this one? Let's have a conversation about Ghana when you start being a law-abiding citizen and paying the relevant taxes on the items you sell in Ghana. In the meantime, grab a front row seat and watch me deliver on my mandate. Cheers. Abusia, I gotta be frank with you. I'm not sorry now we NDC. I don't give a fuck about NDC and as MPP. What I say? I want what is best for Ghana and Ghanaians. Most of normal cost for Ghana. I don't live in Ghana, so mostly it doesn't even personally affect me. But I know people going through. I have family members, friends, Abusia, they are going through it. So if I'm talking because of the fact of how a Ghana when you feel what I say. Sam George did a video back then or talk about say when it comes to Ghana data prices are about almost 40% of sky charge or no is just taxes. Do what by where the head of that ministry no then we about those taxes in the
listen, for every 1 cedi that you pay for data, about 39.8 pesos is tax.
And the rest is what?
Operational cost and profit margins.
You are there now, big man type of thing and Kwana Urupes will feel. Work, Magana for who's away here, Juma. President Mahama Sorry, no Koha, no Mekisho say way here, Juma. Only a my office, a whole ministry, Kwadano, no more Ghanaian Chad, dear, and then Muna Kanchano. And then you call yourself minister, Yentio, Wabo no Abai also. Yeah, Juma now, Oba, say Oba, make sure say it works for the normal Ghanaian. Nya man for Mako school, Munimia, Wokan Kwana, we are Juma Momo. And I say, Omunda Ekasa, say, deserve response. I don't be now so and I was with Kebi because your man for make us say, Omuni more Yansa channel. But Juma, we are more home morning, dear channel. But again, like I said, I don't be now so. In this big what should be? No, be can be for one. And then interest Brabek can say, Munubi, our petcher in Nipano. Because it's a Nippon new standard and as I didn't have question on Tiasi. Better yet, Nippon Becan same way, you know. Was you okay? This is the main reason why they be away in Koye. And it's not like they be like me blame the previous government and I be at sa. Why my mouth for data, no bet me as where educate your mouth for so that people actually quote you on where education so be our similar kind of concerns. But they be that. We are ya, we are wega. Who are we mobile? And I make and this for you are doing good, but no man who's a started bank akra. It be do 4 years no, na a dozen, and then by 8 years time no, na for them so that is the reason why a political party be intimate 8 years for Ghana no, because a starting kit was saying a man for neka na se wentia hu bibia. Ebedru baby na ye marking in out to Ebedru baby na other political side ni you su they make campaigns against you guys. Fuel tax ya mode ba emosi mo twa 11 the fuel tax ya ba ene ba umi now on thank you to us then ba umi use the campaign you what you say because that dia mo mpe no say mo even way west the aba right now on there one isolated incident too but ebedru baby like I said 6 months say always say start ba ebedru 4 years na edoso ba so if just obi ba na wantimi an na nkasa educate no an kire ne say o say ni na ese kwa now we no buy na just o buafu a video.
Entabusian for akwa we ya okasai Magraheb on so the NDC character. But shall me both video we just to make you understand, sir. Every single Ghanaian today has regretted either campaigning using their big platforms to work for John Mahama. No? They have significantly regretted. Sakwa we okasai NDC ni kese pa. During campaign, the kind of content anakwa we create. Content anakwa we create all was directed to favor NDC to come to power. So them say ko ina first before as na Kofi Adom ansem no ba besi no. No money do ma hene nom na ye den etwi bom. Aye, Margaret. YouTube, so you can say in terms of a YouTuber, you are a great man. I wish I can work as the way you work, but maybe not with the way that you target your content. But when you're first year Juma there, it is really appreciable. Say Juma on your YouTube. Yes, you have become somebody on the YouTube. But when you're fast so directing the content during the campaign, he was working seriously for the NDC. And what will make you understand NSA? NDC for so omo kasa na omo kasa drubabia, especially omo ye coward. Say obi ono no ye blogger. Person be lusu yen kan say MPP for be omo kwa platform so MPP for be no omo ehwe ni videos. Say they be ya on lusu ntino. Anytime they will use that issue of neutrality to save their faces. But we end this in Nikasepa. Akwa we ko ni krom kira. Ekotwa ka kwan na eye ntutuo. Ebe kire se Akufo-Addo nko na di president wa Ghana. Enti ni krom kwan omunya nyeye. Enti Akufo-Addo amamuo enye papa adentia. The only president that we have had in Ghana is only Akufo-Addo. Ede be ye dede. Ensem bebre kino for the atahonsem finance ministry cathedral akrakwo we wote Italy. You know how much money Italy for make it from tourism about churches and some cathedrals ahodoa ewo kro we mu. But this guy sat on his platform and centralized his content to criticize seriously Keno Foriata for involving Ghana's money in something that would have created employment and even that would have also generated a lot of what? Revenues. What was saying 6 months ago? What shall I say about Bonte? What friend was saying? Miss Mohammed Mutar Mwakwaba. Mimi apanye samuro kuna mechia yepa. Ah, Mama Joyce and Waba, Medasi Pass Waba, and a bam for Francis Mwakwaba. One say 6 months, Kuranya ya. Say what friend was saying. 6 months, you and so I can't finish it. Ochina na ye 6 months kusu ena John Mahama ebe try Ghana konya so enso NDC for no mo ye campaign no ena mo asase o mo nyina o mo so me aba Jennifer do me mo akwa. Why? Because the arrogance and wo jata Sam George bu, disrespectful character, incompetent character, propaganda ideology and a campaigner na ye basically all propaganda no. It has come to be seen say niamana no ye sama no ka kwanya no fa so kasa atama no di amanfo no nyina no na enye say maybe he has something new that he wanted to offer to Ghanaians. So all was just because he wanted to come and chop the money and go. Enti obi a wankasa wabie wano akere Ghana for say wo unim say aban na eji amanfo sikadi when you buy data no ene wo betra konwa so na amanfo bisa about the promises that you gave them. The answers that you have for the people is to insult them. Arrogance is to insult them, is to consider them, say they are ignorant, they don't have knowledge about what you're doing. Some will be so caution on the promises that you gave them after 6 months in power, and NDC still think say they are still in opposition. So blame games and away and Akufo-Addo and MPP and Osrewusu and me say 6 months in power, you must bear the full responsibility of the leadership. But I know ye Sabio arrogant ede kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ no Ghanafoɔ ante aseɛ okotra TV tra na wafe ne se be ma katachi a osin mu gyere ɛkyɛn ɔbaa kotra TV so a na obom na oteateam na odidi amanfo atem. No wonder you were beaten in Ayawaso what them call a word governor. What is the name? No wonder that you were beaten. Who sakosenke mo to opunanka yesiu. Alateni o abetra Ghana. Alateni o abetra Ghana. Sabio ye funti wenye gyina bre wo man Ghana mu. Na wo kyerɛ wo ho de kyerɛ Ghana fo. Okɔ vetin kura ye bisa ba bia ye wo kura untumi nka. Ye bisa wase untumi nkyerɛ wase. Adenti untumi nkyerɛ wase because unye Ghana ni. Na Ghana na efo. Ena kwasi ampanyi ni bia every baby no be gyina no betena kakra bia no wadan Ghana ni. Aye, uskani they will end up calling MPP. Yes. That is their character. They will end up say MPP are buying mom na the arrogant party. Arrogant party bay. MPP party na nando danko Akufo-Addo are buying Breso. There has not been any president in Ghana. A man for dinner Temson and another that. But what is say a chiobitum? What is say national security for Ekonenam Obifie? Captain Smart and Kwasi Asemo Odi. Anytime that Captain Smart was arrested, he was not arrested for Sebia Wedidi Abayantemo. He was arrested for his criminal deeds. So the minister Din Ekojisika. Udi minister Di Ekojisika. Okwa da manfaji musika di. That was the reason why Captain Smart was being called to the BNI. It's not because he was talking against the government. But Rene, look at the posture that these guys are bringing. The posture no modi abatna bangwe mu. You can't talk. Ubi wano pe ni enamoso. Yese man kasaka wano tum natinam. And allow them to do all the stupidity that comes into their mind. And then, animo video when chone TSM. Sam George, Eba Bontembe can say the SIM re-registration to him no. The na esrewusu ekese yenye no. Eye bogus. Nyansa nim eso nim faso eye yebeka ne say eye kronu bi ena sabio and MPP aban epese mo Ghana for nti oso mo nye SIM re-registration. We get video remember.
This is not rocket science. Look, if you listen to the minister yesterday, and that's what I've said once again, she set herself up for ridicule and for failure. How? Her directives, her directives are just hot air. It's like a haughty headmistress who is trying to talk down her students. She works for us. She serves us. That's one thing she should bear in mind. She's a public servant.
Yes, entienne. Ima me estame mwakwa pa. Yes, ena miya opanyini Samuel Okuno Ekano. Prosperity will judge. Is the prosperity is the best judge. Yeah, ene da hono. When Sam George Sam George say uye juma ma bang na kromu for kroma ekasa. You don't need to say anything because you are a public servant. You are working for the Ghanaians. And a yang and a yetia abanya juma yenika. That is correct. But Sam George, when we say prosperity now, ajeje one. When we say ne, ye traitor, ye trait, ewo traitor so. Wa ba bonten wa sha se udidi amanfo atem so munim di omoka. Wa ena hayi so wa waka. O se kasa yem frama. In fact, kasa yem frama ampa. Na senka wo kasa na ye ma utua ho ka. I don't think senka you would have continued being arrogant and disrespectful as you did when you were in position. When we say ne, actually also, and You are the one holding Osrewusu's position. But all the also that be am I criticize so now no the impediment here so akwa report to be e the ama police for say enkochna dentia yesi nipa na ye treat afa ne ho ene one na wo kan ha. So when you're a public servant, you don't need to complain when people talks about you because your mandate is to serve the people. And so far as you are serving the people have all the rights. The people have all the right to what? To tell you what works. The year Juma, any the Juma, prosperity. Hey, Oskani, Unian Kamayiro. I Kamayira, I'm for best remesa, Mammy, best remesa. Pacho tell you make and then there woo Sam George. One will say, "Sound your public servant. Now we hear Juma, Nipa Kasa, and will say we your moano." But when you are in opposition, a minister should not talk. A minister should allow you to say any stupid thing that comes into your mind. You don't have to defend or respond to you. But what they all respond to. This time, Sam George was in opposition.
She can't be telling us that she's reluctantly granting us. Reluctantly. Like we care.
You don't?
Whether reluctantly or willingly, you will grant us the extension, and you have.
Up until when?
Up until it makes logical sense. And that's where the question comes. Why should we have the biometrics retaking again?
Why shouldn't we?
Because the NIA has their biometrics. And if you're using the NIA card, which is the Ghana card, all you need to do is query the system using the details that they have entered, and you populate it. But because the ministry is engaged in its own procurement, instead of using the NIA's procurement system, the Ministry of Communication wants to do procurement, and so they've sidestepped an existing platform that the NIA has, which SNIT used recently.
Right.
You didn't hear pensioners being told to go and bring their SNIT cards. DVLA didn't ask drivers to bring their licenses to get linked to. It happened.
Is there money involved?
Oh, absolutely. It's procurement.
Okay.
It's procurement. That's the interest of the minister.
Okay.
And this is not rocket science.
Sam George has some more kind of say. The same re-registration, no. To him, no. Dear Esre Wusu Yenina, no. A chronunti aoye. Mimia Ivan Sankama Mwakwa pa. Yemi opinion is Samorokuno. The NDC is like building without foundations. Yes, of course. Sam George has some more country and say, Ivan says, a good evening, beautiful family. That buffoon called Sam George is an idiot. Of course he is. Sam George has some more country and say, the entire Esro Wusu, a sim re-registration in your say, our personal interest, your friend David procurement, say, a buyer baba ya dear, now obe nipa, obe supplying or what? Materials and answer and funds obe supplying the service. A buyer nebe pro nipa maye aye jumana manono. Sam George say, Osra Wusu kakrabi obenya free sa contract num no. And in tia now ye sim re-registration. But you know, this guy is a completely stupid man. You know why? But and now me no kasa ye ne. Chronobo bebrane ekoso Ghana with phone calls. Phones are not man for the bokrono. I would any threaten an man for the bokrono. Say na me no kasa. Eswate adentia because of SIM re-registration connecting your phone to your Ghana card. But the empty ball-headed Sam George openly stood up. Etra bonten country Ghana for say, "Eye chrono bi na wasira wusu pese o mo." Enintia oye the oye no. Akwa we oni akwa ba akobi during the SIM re-registration no. Omo share that to omo hudini. Say omo no ye free omo stubborn academy. Omo nkoyi SIM registration ne da. Adentia esira wusu ede ba be bokro no. Now listen. Sam George betu enya kwanya betra konwam say Minister of Communication and Technology pe. One of his first initiative or proposal to the government and then say he Sam George wants to do what? SIM re-registration. Now, when the question was thrown to him, then now to opposition now come say SIM re-registration chrono no.
There's one thing that will inform the decision to take us through trouble of re-registering our SIM cards. What would it be? Why are you intending to take us through this trouble? Because we had an earlier one. We went to queue, and particularly myself and the rest of the team here, we went to LWAC because that was we'll queue for hours, report on it on the subject. And then here we are again. You come in as a new minister and you want us to go re-register. Why, Sam George?
Okay. The completion of this program will make it clear as the difference between day and night, the difference between the Mahama administration and the Akufo-Addo government.
You be so question and go direct to the question and give the answer. It will make it clear the difference between the Mahama administration and Nana Danko Akufo-Addo administration. In what sense? Re-registration practice. Yankane say the program to re-register our SIM card no. Sam George wo can say ye chrono de no. I was the wusu asase a oye and oye. It is enkawoye minister na waba. All what you need to do is to continue from where Esra Wusu started. But then Sam George different agenda. Entity the Obeka.
What's the difference in relation to this?
Again, the previous administration's SIM re-registration was a poorly thought through initiative, lacking technology, lacking innovation.
Sam George, Antobase. One we and answer one monsa. Can ape Matiwai, Odi Obi this stage na ebeba, mene no kura na ebeba. Sam George Antobase na nkan de wo kan na de wo kan de emu ehu. Wo Sam George mom. A oba ban mu ncheye. Oba 2 months pe and I want now so re-registration of Ghana of SIM card no. You are telling us say the next the wusu ye no, there was no technology abide by it. As any data tari actually. But within 2 months, what man build a technology to support the re-registration of SIM card. Sam George, Nyankopon our hatasro obetuauka. Now we are moving. Let's go.
It was basically again an attempt to force through private interest over public interest.
In which manner?
Now, I make the point very clear that what we're doing is not a re-registration. You can only re-register something that has already been registered.
I don't understand.
If you're doing a re-registration, it means something's been registered and you want to re-register it again. So you're trying to register something that's been registered.
That is what we did.
Nothing's been registered.
We took our Ghana card, we queued for hours, they even took our bio data.
Roland, and all of that was an abuse of public office.
Explain to me.
There was absolutely no verification of your data that was taken. And look, if you remember, Roland, I sat in this studio as deputy ranking member on the select committee and raised issues. In fact, I was then nicknamed Stubborn Academy.
No.
Simply because I kept saying, look, we shouldn't go through this mess.
You call yourself Stubborn Academy and you were accompanied with a lot of people. Sam George, me Mateo. All what Sam George is doing is that he wants to. Say, procurement no ya system ya de be re-registration no e ho dada eka a wo ho ya budget amana wie. But what Sam George want to do today and say Sam George want to initiate everything from zero. He said you could tabra on the Ghana passport chip wom no the same thing. So Shas yes or yen fufra then he must to sign new contract. Then he must to what? Award new contract to people. From where Obenyan Chefa Kakra Afrim. That is all what he's doing. And one oye. Now no ye kolaba ko frɛ ha e kan say Sam George wo ho no. Ne foundation sponsored by ATM. Enti ono no. He don't want to deal with ATM to reduce the cost of data because ATM nyan mfaso na or send the bimo no Sam George backdoor. So he don't care. Ubesu on foul. All what he cares and say said the bayo no need foundation now wa build no. Ebenya sika no dia na juma. This is the same thing that is going on here. There is nothing new. There is nothing different. Sam George catch Sebio said the na Ghana card there was no need to say or the Usubeka se Ghana for unkosa lie. No monsa unko connected their SIM card to their Ghana card. Adentia or say connecting our Ghana card to our SIM by putting on our fingers and other thing for biometric verification. No, a just waste of time. Because Ghana card said the Ghana card Eddie Lances Madawa for no Yamfa Ghana card and find re-registration of SIM card. But or no and now buy the same process now no can any Juma beam. He has changed his mind. Wasisa na adwene. Watwene ho afiri ono ankasa ne principle ano odinam eye campaign no. Enti ene or the new method of bar the new method and they say he's coming to steal. His new method, what they say, he is coming to begin a new processor. Ebeye bearing on Ghanaians. Ebe piahoka na wachene kakra edi ayedai. Agu ne bottom. Eti way ena ye Sam George idea. Sa Sam George na ye se no ye jata no bo ye jata bia oye okra. Kromfo pa Fatu to me Sam George no onye jatabia oyo okra otifia obokro no okra otifia de oye nyina ne se owia enam a abusua ba beche enam a abusua de ba be ye aduane ema abusuamfo no nyina di no Sam George onye jata oyo okra otifie ena owia nam enti ne kro no ba be bo no and the real registration of Ghana SIM card. Nabushe, Samoho pa. Menim Samokai Aquawea
facilities.
Aqua Mokai no. Mokai Aquawe. Yeah. Sagai way. When Mahama was sworn in as a president, this guy went around hospitals, regional hospitals, and other places. No, near Dr. Fueku. NDC is a party that will make you shout every day. Sako we no ne for no ne sabi a nurse for ne doctor for the siani entokwa pa gidigidi pa oni omo no veni the camera per favor oni a doctor for ne hospital managers e di siani ana omo ko denden pa na you know sankro for dey be am catch you say adwene do mutim ne say governance is about making noise on the street, being harsh on the people, maltreating people. This is what these people think is about governance. And the IC say, midwives. Yeah, midwives, nurses across the whole country. Almost your mark of strike. Omodie. Omo nkwa adwuma enam salary omo nsankae. Na die ya ne say abra nurses ne midwives no yes, sabio striker. Sabio, ha manfo apomutene ensem no. Akwa siampanyin we enam eno ye no kokoti. I want to engage. I have called. They are not responding. Nanado breso. Upaja umusa uko strike now the 10% account katiam. Wenum there. And yes, say ye pentusu. There was say in Tiamono. They have not paid. You see, the whole country is in chaos. Every sector is in chaos. Every single sector in the country is now suffering. Lack of liquid, lack of money. The government has no money. The government is not paying anybody. The government is not paying nobody. And even I be kahunti amadola na bafoma amamfo ani agino. Na Mahama says so tia banka. You will see what will happen. Hey, who you be now bobra will fear. Now sit down and say, "Oh yeah, Juma Kasebi will fear." Skambutu yam and send this can coffee tentem yantu wasiama. Give yourself some 2 months. Let keep you sick of ewo dime. Hey, who send this guy coffee and now? Why my abokrono? Because I swear by 2 months' time, the dollar will not remain where it is. Because in they have brought something we call don't pay anyone. Hey, omuntia contractor for ka, a nurse for a doctor for you into omoka, a teacher for you into omoka. Every sector into biaka and yet at home. Now, Mosha says, "Oh, mutia man for kase wom." You see how the dollar will start running. And this out there, brochire. Now, Abu Sika Biano so the Kobo Brebi will fear. Mia Bema, Nyan to Wasiama Honkakra, and Fosika and Kofi and Kohriska. Because near my born a woman on me entity so. And near my boy woman on the Babiajana Yedibiaka home. Entine, Udi America, Edu Sika Kofia. You are going to lose money because the Niama was sent Kauntumin Tono, Untumin Toman in ye. Etimakacho saying Yan to Wasiama home. Kankuma tu yam, Tam Kutu, na Chenkakra. Now the dollar is not going to remain where it is. Yanto Asunyanku and Yanka Samfa de Yekaho. Nurse for the midwives strike. This is the minister of what? Of health. Onama bonten and all safa home. Onama bonten and all chifane boso. On kind of Korean Chagana for the difficulties that they have. And tro and contompono. That is the same thing that they are keeping on. Now yanko tie nurse for omo kasa ma for omo ba bonten. Any nsama omo de to abonten. The enam suntia omo mpese omo beko adwuma. Ye wia na ya ba betie. Asema minister we eka.
Labor Commissioner did you pass through the right process? Yes, you have proposal, we pass through it. It is a idea of this punishment, but we are ready to face it.
If say who said now what we minister Paul can say Mumpenimfo moda Ghana registered and midwife ko yanwe ya hwehwe mo ba bia ye nhumo ase mo dodge hide and seek adwuma e na mo ye ohun ti o mo kura hwehwe mo
anya dodge na sem ya sha se class as ni nyemme ya president ni general secretary omukwa international labor conference na minister of chief labor officer omni omu na akoko sia ho still am ni omukwa international council of conference of nurses ewa Helsinki omu wo ho a omu so eno so omu meet eti nyese bia saa yinti no omu three minum abani ya we say omu kwata meetings no person omu tarnish the image of our leadership and tarnish the image of the nurses and midwives in the country to omu kata from omu three minum uko bisa chief labor officer say inyo omu ne ko saa meeting no after union no come say omu splinter group whatever omu leader wan go bi asem no why what say kan no kre no ye kan no kre na ye two foot group public and ba ya de no man go follow mra adwuma wo ba be say ye na ye ni pa bone adenji na won sign
ba say ye gina wasam so a wo kan so a pa asem panimfo edakuo na no atukwan e wo Helsinki Finland wo hu so omu wo Finland a na mo so man twen am wo Mahama na mo makɔ strike no wɔ machi ni ehwehwɛ wɔ mumpo sɛ mummra ne ntena se aye hu mo no mo susu da sɛ wa ye fe o senate ye.
It is not like that. Strike no yes to share roadmap eto ho say date say ye be ye say eduru ono mo nka hwe be ye say afisa ye be ye say ni nyina na e wo Ghana ha ye dey sa press conference no ba ye no na mo ni Ghana nya president akasa na kasa ye
Asempa FM
eti no mo nyina ya we say eduru ha ye be ye say ye dey ni nyina command labor commission ah mo nyina ni minister of health ye dey ni nyina command wo some better ya de na ma ya ba no o mo twen ya ba de do say no mo nim say five splinter groups na afri ye mu ko no o betimi akoba de ri ye nyam ka afri dwa de ko na total withdrawal no beba we no kra na ye say open the emergency no look at how the Ghanaians are suffering one time ya de no ma ya mra adwuma mo fi say na ni papa ni ntibo nsan you can cover the mo betimi akoba de o ye ye ni program mo cover
Mr. Krampa
mami
anɔpɛ menti mo mpanimfoɔ no ɔmbɛba da bɛn
dara mo yɛ meeting na no ɔmbɛba
ma memfa agya wusu message ma na memfa nsi agya wusu asɛm a ɔde abɔ sɛ akua Mr. Krampa asɛm no a ɔka no asa hoyi awom sɛ ɔbɛka na comparison ma wɔyɛ ɛna university akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ɛna ada nnwumayɛfoɔ yɛayɛ wɔde ama wɔ ka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔmo pere ɔmo mpere wɔ muti if you say will be the message or the call ye and how omo present omo message ye jitumu
medase ayi de ko ba ya me kasa ye me say message bia ye comparison obi ta say bia na sika ni ho eno ti ka ye de no ye nche na mti bi mu ka so omo ko strike no na say ye omo ka strike no omo ko nya sika we etua omo allowances eno ti na me ko ka ye omo adwuma ye different ni ye de but idea ya the boy your friend say ya the boy ba no e no na ya the boy so mo matimi atimi ko resolve bi mu de dia ade ti na ya de no mo resolve enti ono nso ka me nsem na ya won hwe liye question now we respond to no ono nso assess aja nso assess and so no so be man remarks na no ayo ya nya lecturers we are nurses e don't no mo look down upon us no so bia kwasi a wonim hwe bia no me to media obet adase me to media obetimi akan no
you
e don't na me ka asa
for the ekoso ewo Ghana man mu no ai e kan kire mo na nurse for mo say alawa ne de ya je nanso aba no ye nto alawa ne medie ni o medie ni Dr. Mahama na nanado atua ma ye enso aba ne de ye nto ne da ye nkone nkonkopa adwuma ma obi papa ai nanado Akufo-Addo ene yenka ne se Dr. Mahama omo ye obi papa enti enkoto aba mfa ma obi papa ma ne nya adwuma anye enti de aba no ye nto na wahu ye se nipa ye papa ma wo se nipa ye papa ma wo na wo transe dwene se wo de bone ene betua ne ka ehu nsunsanso no eba wa wo so na eba nso ayara mu eduru eba mu eduru pa Ghana nurse fo mafu ene ma pampam moya manwe se munhu hweda saa papa we ya mokoto abama anu John Dramani Mahama na breso in the first administration back eba Ghana mamuo mu no odi mako na suso mani odi mako ena suso mani okire mu de den okire se ono Mahama no wotumi wo moso di open odi ye mo but mutimi kata mani ye mo se mu wure free de mo mpanfo afem and even though Nanado came in power and restore some help in kakra bia near the mamu school utility fee Nanado be solve mamu ona no tua wan fancy hwa osanso na mamu alawa muji de gumu bottom musimo ni nso mo transe ma obi a ne breso ije se wantua mamu obetwam oba ye ebe ye den ebe twem mumu binu amuye adwuma mfia miensa yetua mo ka bosome miensa betenam se mumu binum muye nipa bone na the majority of Ghanaians ye wo ade bi e fe na ahoyi ya wo yemu ahoyi ya enviness e wo yemu ntino ye hu so bi TV8 ma oh ye nurse ni you also want to drive V8 it's an idea. Even though Nanado is doing wonders, Nanado is giving us all what we have to have, you know, we are not still satisfied because dear Nanado as a government or enjoy, you know, and will say yes, so no, you enjoy the same thing. And then Munko strike. I say bunu mo maame no mo nanano mo ofase no. Omo so mbe yare bi. Omo yare no mo hospital no mo anya yare sa. Ye nyina ye bewu. Sana mo se mo ye obi yese oba fine mo fa ncheme. Ose oye oni. No onim se sa na ne to na ohini no. Enkwase aba mo koto ye no. Esunsun sanso ni na do breso. Ubie wa no se wo strike na wa frɛ wo. With the 10% aka okatua ho. Oh, na ahokyere amonam. Wa hu ne ahokyere amonam. Wa jimifo obi aba ohwe mo. Mu binom nkwasiafo mu binom na do na hwe mo school from SS. Ema mu wiye na mo san ekọ nursing training na bosom bi o sentia moka. Nipa bone semuntino. You refuse to honor MPP party for all what they have done for you. And then a musu. Munya hurio. The ebas and kamohua and kamashada deche. Mahama deni timeduno. On foul who. Now one to say a quick and say, or moon point for any Mahama Kwaku Shiada Dada. Nanson on farm. On don't foul who. On your part and party said anado. On you know who. Nipano absolute power. And no to me koda. Won munyina mokoda enne ade bechi mo besore na yede mrafofra ba ye beji sika firi mu bottom wo ye so ho na odwene se wo ho na odwene onfa ho upa wu upa man ko adwuma biem ono yare a ye be chata private plane e de na kwa America ma na kwa akogya yare sa enti wo de kro onfa ho kra ye nti obia this is replication of ye nti obia e bia na o refri ebia na wure free ana ebia na bra na ye wuntio ye ntio bia wo manum no na wo ya akura keto bi na you were not conscious enough na so you obia wadwene mu na bie dada you should understand say Mahama de he onfo bia ho ajimifo obia hwe mu secondary school asan hwe mu senior e wo nursing training college na nkwasi asemunti ye nkoto abana ya jisika nso ye ntoma Dr. Bawumia ya jisika nso ye nkonkoto aba na unim de ya abrana na do tete oman no yesika no mu kakra de hwe omo school no na jimifo ya kosa line so they want to see Mahama and them who nipa na mo tiam you wanted to see Mahama nie eto nie me kan eto I mean eto yetua Mahama do ya de opa de ho and sanitary pad de obeto de aba na se mi ntua manfo kana obi su nya hoodre nya na djuma de forget about it, completely forget about it. Na do bo nurse fo ho ka na nam so mo no ankasa ni party fo makure twa bono no na nurse fo nkwasiafo nam so mo pe Mahama ahwe no hwe video no ne ti hwe
I know all the problems you have with your allowances and everything. And we're going to come and make things better for you. We're going to we're going to come and restore automatic posting so that when you come out of school, you can get a job as quickly as possible. And your younger brothers and sisters who are going to come after you, when they come to the first year, they are not going to pay any school fees.
Yes, Anthony, we are coming to come and solve all your problems for you. You need more high damoso. You need what you have been going through. And your bar by any year. You said that you wanted to see Mahama. Mahama show ne ho akyere mo. Wa ye nkonya kakra de akyere mo. De enti ana ye mu binom ye ba abotre beka setia Mahama amamu ne se. Now we have experienced his governance. Ye ho kwan ofaso ye den eye ne nema. And ameno sunti a ye ba abonten e beka kyere mo se papa wei o dada mo. Tio, wo de tie video no bi tie asa na Mahama e ka kyere nurse fo no de tie. Tie.
I know all the problems you have with your allowances and everything.
Tio, any porn on the bresso. Oba ya mo allowances and obetwa mu no. Onu mbom timbe yi na nim ka say I know all the problems that you have on your allowance. Na Jimmy for mo bom nsam yento ado.
And we're going to come and make things better for you. We're going to come and restore automatic posting so that when you come out of school, you can get a job as quickly as possible.
Yes. Yes, it's a quattro amount to my free. Yet any thing. Na se me namfufo we no omote omobode no munyanti nipakoro ne omokasa no omunyanti nipakoro ye ene nti omoboje so ene ne monne ye nto ado.
Ezo, and your younger brothers and sisters who are going to come after you, when they come to the first year, they are not going to pay any school fees.
And amojitu na mokoto aba me pache wo. The tertiary free year admission fee for free no ekosi sen me de mente ho asem mente se ye ka ho asem mate ho asem ana me de mente hwe ye nto ado.
We're going to continue all the hospitals that are being built so that we can employ as many of you as possible. And so I've explained to your patron, I'll create a proper program and come and speak to you. But for now, I said I cannot pass you by. I wish you very well. Make sure that you keep your voting cards well. On 7th December, vote for a change and vote for the 24-hour economy.
Yes, and I'm saying na mo bu soroku na mo bu mumu. Ekosi saying, Mahama say, hey, this man is a trickish. Listen to all the promise that this man gave. We are going to come and we are going to solve your issues of your allowances. We are going to come and we are going to make things better for you. We are going to come and we are going to make sure that we bring in automatic posting program so that as soon as you finish school, you have that let place to go and work. We are going to come and we're going to build more infrastructures. We are going to complete more infrastructures. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has started building so that you get job. And we are going to come and we are going to make sure, say, your what? Your brothers and sisters who are coming to the nursing training after you will have free access. Promising kwa. There wasn't one statement. there was no a single statement. I have, I did. Honestly, obedia by ni bida. Opa betia by ni bida. It's when to me I'm finding sense in a boy and cancer back who say, "Eye me Mahama, my breast na me ya deal with the man nurse for." But Oba say, Oba be criticize it, dear. Aban fufuro bia ya mamo. Ena mo so agimi fo. Mo tenase. Ena mo gitum. Ena mo koto nkwase aba. Ena ene Mahama anya tumi. Ai. Ena say, makatu ya kura e wo say yemfa mamo mantri no. Omfa mamo. Enti se mo pa mo nkotena fie. Won se mo yem kwase afo. Abusia. Won se nurse fo no mo di nkwasem. One say nurse for mo ankasa maye mo ho. Say na mo se mo ye ba omia. On say maye mo ho. We told you about these people. You catch them all. You catch them say send this in the council say resura reform. The one we are not the idea but one nine. You catch send this in the council say we ma me say wa reform. So one reform or the idea but one nine ma on nine reform. Enene monne afa na musu afa na nursing associations e frɛ mo say yo a registered nurse and hwan mutiam emfa Mahama mo ho ono onwene mo ho the 24-hour economy na ye the Women's Bank in the law of the country, a person set a bank, you will need 400 million to build the bank. Akwanaba or the 70 or the 93 million Ghana cedi the amakwasi ampanyi bi. Yesi efeni feri so usu kwache. And ote parliament. And odi ntrochere Ghana for. But the Women Bank nam soma adwam di forma etu wana bosso to gu ye. Etu America. Ekoto abadema Mahama no. You only 50 million to start a bank. The law shall no man kwa mani o mampanyi no. Emma kwan so beshe bank ase with that amount. Na Ghana for pa na mo ye mo. Na mo ye mo. Anytime I say when you don't know your history, when you don't know where you are coming from, normally you become a fool to somebody. Nanka ye nanka nurse fo we no. Omo nim dia kakra wo background history kakra. Efa their previous colleagues what they went through during Mahama's administration. Nkomu Mahama nkome paya Mahama na mbekuma nkome paya for nifa. But what happened? Bebre agency for a Jimmy for bi no mo nim nyansan o. So their years, their years were sweeting them. Ivas, I mechanism. Now omoasum ye omode. Their years was sweeting them. I saw omode takra. I saw omoasum no mununu. Entin semfumbia 6 promises at a time. But when to me and can one thing away, a dear man nursing trainees. Papa no bejina monim no when to me and can dear ba ko ye maamo when he came in power. The pana catch them so is going to complete hospitals so aban fufuresi na nye jimi na ejimu wa hospital na aban no osi no na osi so the Kenya for Cameroon for and Nigeria for lan kodi omu kogum amakoye adwuma te se nurse for ana ana kwase sam ponchini mmerechire mponchine enyan e de omo akogum se yen koye na obo wo ho ana asese. Lack of knowledge made my people perish for sure. Because obi onu see hospital no, you don't believe we say he was building that hospital to create you job, but odwene unya gidie wo obi ono no onim the far by how to build that hospital. Unya gidie wo onu mumu say onu na betumi aba abewie hospital no amo adwuma ye Mahama buy, you know, say agenda 111 now buying scene across the country, no. Omuni sika omudi besi. Omuntumi to asomani ye. So it is coming to be an abounded project. It's so we nursing training now. No akwatena fie. 1 month time. Na ba akwabiso abeka gumama. Na wafu na ejina wanim. Na wahu kwasia. Na wahu Jimmy de de ayew. Afe na musu. Na momani abra mo tetem no. The Minister of Health no. Also no anti musu. Osi dede na mo ye ntimi mfa solution bi ama. Strike na mo makoro. Ono no mfa ne hu. He don't care. Na mo yare. Supremely the lead. Supreme leader. Show the power. Supremely the governor. Na mo nurse for. Mo na mo se mo ye strike. Mo nko strike. No Mahama no yara nye helicopter na ezio. Falcon no ezio. Some ministers no mo na am ho no. Omo yare a. Direct to approach o. It is against the ordinary people. But in Crawford, they are insensitive. They are insensitive. And the Abramumus, no, it is possible say NDC for Ebeye Day, Ebe Chesikadia mu parliamentarians say Munjim Fanya campaign for the next elections victory. Either than say, Omubehe, Nanko Mwa solve the issue with the health workers. Very, very important in every country that you go. Because without the popularity, there is no nation. The population, I want to say. Without the population, there is no country. The country is made up of the population. The first thing, although you need the soil, the land, the space of land. But brother, you cannot be a nation. But in Crawford, they were threatening to fight, to create conflict, even to win power. Which means hey, you can die. Enti duka you I eno ena ukoso ne. Enti ye nesi ni na watumi atrans ma ye de na ada ne akrokro. Any comedian tactics akasa manato wasum. No akoto nkwasi abade a ene trans na sa wakoto nkwasi aba ama Mahama babedi president no so ntua oka minya jitum na trans na wa na uchusu that obi amfa sekanya mesi utkomu ya amfa pesto mesi wa pampam ya nkan chose wa nkoto aba ye be you say you choose as a conscious and a mature adult person and uko gina ballot paper ho and now head Dr. Bawumia digital mind anim na se men to ma o mame alawa o sanso eyede etua me utility fees be menye den men to ma me kwa akoto am papa bia oye desperate for power within 1 minute otimima says promise ora me koto abama no na me koto mo kwase aba enti ene ne mo nsunsu anso na mo mani abra mo tie mo no ye de enti se dogo bi enu na be o mo de mo besu ayare ye enti hwio supreme leaders ye enti mo asemo mo besu awu mo besu ayare tie asema the Minister of Health and so e ka kire mo tie
But go this way.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I can hear you. Is it good? Yeah, it's good.
Thank you very much. As a minister responsible for health, I decided to visit some of these health facilities to have a first-hand information about what is going on. Let me put on record that I am the first person to pursue any reasonable and legitimate concern from any health worker. And I will do just that. Since I took office about 3 to 4 months ago, I have engaged the nurses and midwives groups for more than 6 times within a matter of 3 to 4 months. I have an open door policy and I'm still willing to engage them at any given time. In fact, I can assure you that even today, I have tried personally to put a phone call to the leadership to still tell them we should still engage. The collective agreement under the bone of contention was inherited, was supposed to have been implemented last year, but I agree that governance is continuum. And so that is why we are ready and prepared to sit around the table and to see how we can implement such an agreement. And so I will continue to appeal to them that in all these matters, what we have to do is to put the patient first. In my humble opinion, I do not think that strike is what will resolve the issue at the end of the day. No matter what, at the end of the day, we need to sit around the table to resolve the matter. And I'm still open. As a leader, it isn't all that I can put out there. It's all that I want to say and continue to appeal to our nurses out there. Sometimes, if you also don't put out the side of government, it becomes one-sided and nobody knows what is going on. And I also have to be circumspect with whatever I put out there. And so with the greatest deal of respect, you cannot handle this health sector without the assistance of our nurses. It's just not possible. They are in majority. Let's face it. But at the end of the day, it is the ordinary Ghanaian, the patient, that suffers. So I'm still calling them. Let's sit around the table and find lasting solution to this particular issue. That is all I can say for now.
And it's out in a year. Oh no, he's not ready to come and can do what Nanado used to do. Onye ready kura. Hey, they all can. Let's sit on the table to solve it. And it goes against the ordinary Ghanaian. Obo. So omo person munye bibia. And Cabran and nurses no shall say obo company no. They would have do something about it. They would have do something about it. Me say there is no single minister Mahama Chusu na or competent. They are all incompetent. The omunim nim kwasi akasa Jimmy Kasa the nyansa nim. That's what they do best. Now, you see, aduabe hu na bofo nso be den ebe hu. Makoto kwasi aba de ekono no. Abusu yen to aso ne nko yanim na eneda dua nso Ferris ofosu kwache ekotra news file so kwakutwa ne ntro rum sa kwando de ntro de. He's the best, the number one liar. No be ekoto so butu obi yire so wom. Osori firi oba no so ade ye bisa na se wo ye dan o se nye de amanfo adwene na no yo. Oh God of Nazareth. Ento no ye kronfo ye wudini o sanso ye trofo pa. Afere so su kwache. Akwana ye twa 73 million amane se onje no mfanye government communication minister. Waba bontia be kansem bi se MPP aban na ama ho kira ba na enam so nti omode di levy aba na ho ane hwan. Na wanka ne ye he decided to say that thing at the wrong place because baby o kan sa asem no na yewia Miracles aboaje ete ho no say ehene ha waba de ne bra ba GBT yen kotie nsem a Miracles aboaje eka yewia ni ya bie phone lines na tum na won so afre a kire wadwe
transit from opposition to government. He is in government. He has the responsibility to fix the issues. He cannot come on air and gaslight us all that you are burdening us with money we have to pay to you. for your incompetence, and you want to make us feel as if
it doesn't make sense.
Can you stop this? 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 I beg you.
What have we done?
And then you make us. And then you make us.
So you see, when he was intervening, I almost told him not to.
Stop.
It's okay. It's okay. Hold on.
Because do you know what the government communication minister is doing to us, the populace? He's making us feel like we are either sleeping or we are delusional.
That delusion is coming from.
Can you stop?
The delusion is coming from you. You are not saying anything. You're just getting around.
Felix.
Making accusations that you can't just.
Felix.
And when I complain,
it's okay. Stop.
I'm restarting my stopwatch.
Don't restart.
No, but that's the fact.
I'll stop you when I have to.
So something. The fact is that they cannot continue to gaslight us like this forever. You see, it's only a dishonest government that will be having a conversation around fuel pricing and go and pick a 2022 figure to make a case. Only dishonesty. You know that you took over government when fuel was 14 cedis, and you brought it to 12 cedis. Nobody is taking that credit away from you. And then when you are making the point, you go to a 22. Let me tell you something. He makes a point and pretends to make everybody believe that the fuel price we are seeing now is because of only the cedi appreciation. In January, the time they took office, when fuel was 14 cedis, international crude was $80. $80. Today, international crude is $64. What it means is that it is not only the dollar to cedi. Can you stop there? How long are you going to do this? What it means is that it is not only the dollar to cedi that has brought fuel prices to the rate it is now. Now, there is one fact about the global economy. International crude will not remain 64 forever. Yeah. It is going to go up. So don't come and tell us that, you know what, I have brought cedi up and dollar is down. And now fuel has come down, so I beg you, let me give you 4 cedis, don't complain. Knowing very well that in about a week or two, or even a month or 2 months, you are going to have international crude move from 64 and it could go all the way to 120.
Or it could go downwards.
Or it could go to 40. And if it goes to 120 tomorrow, what are we supposed to do? When you haven't given us any comfort in your bill, that, okay, anytime it goes above this 64, we'll remove this one.
That's why we have to go for the sunset.
And you are telling us not to speak.
Yeah. Okay.
And you are giving us all manner of gimmicks, theories, and telling us that some people are criminals. When the things you are impugning criminality on them, you introduced it.
How?
It is your baby.
How?
When the MPP came to office, something, and that is something that we cannot run away from. You left a debt of $2.5 billion for the MPP and gave them a revenue source, which you keep referring to, that gave them 35 billion as a cedis, as a 2023. And at the same time, left them a daily debt accumulation, which moves to $500 million every month. You left it. So when somebody takes over $2.5 billion from you and manages the energy sector, keeps power stable for 8 years, and then you come to office, and then 4 months out of the 4 months, there is crisis in the sector. Then you come and tell us that we should pay you 4 cedis 50 pesos, only to go and buy fuel. So whilst you are buying the fuel every day today to give us power, you are still accumulating the debt. Yeah. And only God knows what will happen to that debt in the future. The energy sector debt,
Thank you.
the excess capacity, the ECG losses.
I have told you that
Prof.
23 billion
Hello, Prof.
is being paid to offset that.
Okay.
Debt.
And then you want us to know
how much money
guys
you paid last year?
Hello, Prof.
Busianfo say yewia we otra konyanom so no ko by data there na wayira. You see how this man has dismantled. Look at the face of Ferris Usukwachi. When any entro. Now fuel price and now crude price, international crude price. Ako forma. And yet because of your management, na ama fuel price ako formo. It is a result of international market. And na mumu where you catch them and say whatever is going on in Ghana today. It's only when you are a fool you believe say it is because of a good management beer and this for the auto form and ama Ghana mano nema brumboko for more. Dabi. It is because of the international economy you can say shocks positively no. And then a home from Mabi a buffer Ghana for your home. Said the COVID by ya a home from a bonnet no be a buffer ye one ye better ye no. Sana said near my papa so koso a bontre na patro no ne boɔ ayɛ fo ɛwɔ amanɔne a ɛyɛ normal sɛ ne boɔ bɛyɛ fo nso ɛwɔ Ghana man mu ɛnyɛ good management bi o ɛnyɛ taxes bi ɛwɔ patro so na NDC fo ayi afiri so ama patro boɔ ayɛ fo sɛ ɔmo de bi kura ba abɛto so ɔmo de bi kura ato so aka ho ama ɔmo yɛ dɛn ɔmo de tax foforɔ kura asan aba abɛto so ama knowing say the area me like so kind. The fuel price at the international market is not stable. Ebekosoro enko form it will not go beyond $60 per barrel. It will go up. And it's a kosora na another this 1 Ghana per liter ekahua. How much do you think that the ordinary Ghanaian is going to pay for a liter of petrol? Would you car? Most of my car. And this for small boys omuhu adiada. Omuhu bibiada. The effect of the global economy na grow no. Kakra na abo aka ehu. Nsema Trump yidi ne wo America no. Ehom frama bi na abofa ehu. Na say nyane trigger we will die. We will die dried. Yebeho. Yebewu. Yewu na yebewu no. Yebeho ansana yewu. Ye chenchim kono na yewu. But omonam Ghana hono omo ye omo ho te said there. It is because of good management. Bi no omo de agu kwan mu a ama patro bo akofom. A good management bi no omo de ayeden ede ato kwan mu a ama sabio dollar no bo ate aba fom. Omo boa. Omo nim ho hwe. They don't even know nothing about it. They just find themselves at a moment, at a good moment, at a good time, and omo enjoy. Never trigger so. And yes, I may bomb pious and neman koboni mu. But we know, say, globally, there is this conflict of what them call conflict of interest among the countries. Countries unyan to economic conflict, commercial conflict, and not to be man near Massasa. Now, so moya no munya agreement, then everything settled back. Sabre no mono. Now, the Maraba, yes, so the 1 Ghana city are to potro so the amount. Senke no kwese NDC fo na sabio omo aye ntutu ye papa bi ma patro bo akofoma e wo senka sabio taxes bi egu patro so no eno mom na e wo senka ye nte se omo ayi ya free so enti ade nti a taxes egu patro so omo nyi mfiri ho na store de bo akofom e wo sa onwene nko akire e wo se onwene nko akire enenne or take advantage to put another tax on it. And to Omode Abai, you're too more, you're going to pay the huge amount. They don't care about you. But see, when you talk about insensitive people at a higher position, it is common as NDC party. They don't care about you. Obeho, ubewu, yebesiu, and farmo, because they don't have the people at heart. They think about their pocket before. Abusan for yen to asure yen ko yanim. Because you say above video we pay maybe a phone lines na tum. Now so what to me afre actually wadwen. Yeah, moment yen 5 minutes pepe into me for juma die no. Emra na we ye. Ene Sam George ata minka and I say friend say ene for so usu ko ache. Omo ho nsem e na mede brɛ wo. Usu tumi frɛ na wakyerɛ wadwen na mede mo asi ana asɛm bi koso pa NDC yɛbɛka ne sɛ constituency chairman ahyɛ aseɛ trɛte aseɛ dunkatia ɛne ne ba ne nyinaa ne sɛ aseɛ dunkatia ne ne ba pɛ sɛ ɔmo wi asase bi ɛwɔ nungwa ai mama wede wa mo video no kyerɛ na wate ba se yie me sɛ ndis na ebeskata o eba beskata pa den aseɛ dunkatia ne ne ba ɔmo ho aba asɛm adenti a ɔmo kɔ wi asase ɛde afiri sabio NDC constituency chairman nensam na Ewurade Nyankopɔ ye asɛm mpenipo asɛm mpenipa nipa ne pene ho asɛm ai asɛm hoyi mpenipa o na mo nipa dasani ene pene ho asɛm ene de ne ho ekoto asɛm mu nipa dasani ankasa ene hyeda ɛsoa ne ho ɛde ne ho kɔma asɛm sa asɛm mini ejeme na fire de opɛ bia enti the constituency chairman na ni abedenden de pasase do ketia na ne ba omo ho yie na omo ne akora bi na anya so omo di agora you show them where power lies ahiafo medin ene Mr. Mafo ha RAZ Media GH on YouTube yeda atiefo nyina ase ene mo bre yenyampon ye pese mo video we emfam ti video we sina obi amfrede and I say I have to bring it to an end enye dodo ombehwe ni sesei ena ye ni di akire na ye after was and that is what matter much at least to my point of view it must say like a video no na share mame because so like na we share video no
looks as if they think
yanto say so like video na we share mame a video no be ko na ni makire yi entu wani be ba ho so no na enipa dodo bebre so aba be the same video a o hwe ye no bi ai it must say like na share mame commenting so kama na wunya subscribe to the channel no so a na wabo 9 aboto na why then one subscribe na wabeka busuako no yen konko tie the threat to Asiedu Nkatia and his son.
They can intimidate us with the military. You see, military, this is not a barracks. As I'm saying, this is not Southern Command, this is not Burma camp, this is not Kofi Annan peacekeeping center. You see, so they don't have that right. If really they have journey documents, the police can assist them. But because what purportedly they are claiming they have judgment and what, why didn't they possess the possession? You see, and now the names that we are hearing is our national chairman, that's Asiedu Nketiah's son, Weku, is the one doing this project. And so under MPP, we do not allow how much more our own party in power. So the advice that I will give to my chairman is either he's among or not, he should stay clear. He should advise his son because he has an ambition. He has an ambition, and he never voted for me. I said because he does not vote in my constituency. But I voted for him to become the chairman, and now he has another ambition, and so he and his son should stay clear of this in one land. If he wants a land, he can go to BA. That is where he can get fast land to at least start with this kind of what I say, cashew nut farming. He can go there and do that thing. But in one land, or is he a guy now? He has Tuba to be a guy. He can never take this land. Listen, he can bring Burma camp, everybody toys. But I swear, this land, never. It will never go. It will never go. What they are doing today, they can do this, but they will leave. I'm telling them, I'm promising you. Because they've brought people more than 10. They've brought people more than 10. But documents do not lie. Yeah. Documents do not lie. How can Teshi that Nwa gave land to? Teshi you that Nwa gave land to can come today and fight Nwa over land. No. It's quite unfortunate. It's impossible. And so I am just advising my chairman, General Mosquito, Asiedu Nketiah, because yesterday I heard his name. Moreover, this place, this Nwa land is not like Chadu. They can do that. His son is there doing those things, those skirmishes. He can do those skirmishes at Chadu, but not on Nwa land. No, not Nwa land. Even yesterday, when we went to Kenela Ponce's place, the document he showed us was stated in that the land is situated at Botema. Is Botema not Nwa? Is Botema not Nwa? And so, a little advice I will give the chairman, for the sake of his ambition, he should
chairman ye chairman say dum katie me say agit NDC power hey handling of power a big problem oh also masha say omoko this is what is going to happen in 2028 before 2028 the NDC will be divided completely because they say 2 million or Obia person take advantage of the 2 million. Don't find any who year. But nobody will allow one person to benefit completely. It's not the economy. There is a fight between the chairman and the chairman. I said, Dunkatia, the chairman of the NDC, the national chairman of the NDC, and Nungwa constituency chairman. The threat is that Misrawa, Trauba be out here. Na president a upadri say na ode ba dia ene wo asem ebonipo abusafo me de wo besi ha na ya ye ne ochna yes matramu ache me ko 2 hours enti me de wo besi ha na wo se call man enti ma me mfa mu nsi na ochna yankopon pa ya san ahia me da mu nyina ase ene mo bre ai mesro se busia bo matrana like video na share ma me ai eso ani pa enti me chia me ma me Joyce Anane Kwame ya Evans Ankama Kofi Michio ye pa Ben Ado de Pablos Patrick Owusu ansa Michio ye pa Mimi Panyi Samoro Kuno Michio ose pa bi Michio ye pa Dollar Man Michio pa Dollar Michio ye pa yeah Kenape ai wo de ka de ope Michio Mimi ya uskani kwajo kwa ache Michio ye pa Jennifer Adu Michio pa Akua Fro Michio ena ya Mohammed onso machia Patrick Owusu ansa mi Kofi Frank me maami Akua tutua amami Monica no ai patient dance machia face of channel machia gift asare machia mi abada Dina Rivers machia ye pa guy Soko GH machia Techi Frempon Samuel machia Felix appear political zone machia ye pa or say tutu prince machia or heneba a Japan won so me che ye pa busianfo me de wo besi ana ochna yankopon pa ya ye den ye de bibi asan abremo me san so chia me ankasa me nipa baako afro me si me wo me ba be ma me de na beto afro ai ma wo ma mienu me hia be ma me wo na wo ko hair afro because of fear me da munyina say Joyce Nelson say the lasting solution Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia did it had been pain to talk nonsense, Minister of Health. Madam Nasa Busanfo Ebesia Makramo.